In this tutorial, we will add the UI elements to the body within the content view. The first thing we need to do on lines 27, add a Z-stack, and then we need to delete the lines between 28 and 31. And then we type our if statement, if game over. And the purpose of the if statement, if the game is over, we want to display our game over view. And within the game overview, we also pass our score. And to enable the user to restart the game, we pass our completion handler. Our closure. So that's incorrect. Typing restart. Restart game. So that's the method it should call. Else, if it's not to restart the game, that means the player wants to play a new game. So we need to display the actual player ship onto the view. And how we do this is that we use an image, system name. We just use a triangle image, fill, dot resizable, dot frame, which is the size of the spaceship, the player's spaceship. Next thing we need to do is to position the player's spaceship using the player's position variable. And then to allow the user to move the player's spaceship across the screen, we need to add a gesture. And also, we need to make it draggable. So that we can move the player's spaceship left to right using our fingers. On changed value in. So within that closure, there's a D missing for change, should be changed. And then within our closure, we need to call the move player method. and then move the player ship based on the user drag location. I'll just compile it. And then after lines 40, the next thing we need to do is to loop through the bullets and then display each bullet on the screen. So each bullet has an ID, that's why we have to use \.id for each bullet object within the array. Bulletin, rectangle, dot frame, width is 5 and height is 20. So the purpose of that line, lines 45, is to set the size of each of the bullets. As I said before, really all of this should be within MVVM model or something similar. Let's type in dot position, bullet, dot position. That's the position of the bullet, and we need to set the color of the bullet, which is dot red. Next thing we need to do is to loop through each of the invaders and display them on the screen, similar to the bullets. Invader in. And we display each of the invaders using the invader name.image name. For the image, we have to set it to resizable and then specify the size of the image, of the invader's image, the enemy's image is 40 and the height is 40. So the width is 40 pixels by 40 pixels. And then we have to set the invader's position, invader.position. The next thing we want to do is to display our score element, which is within text, UI element, which is score, to display the current score, dot font, dot headline, dot foreground color, dot white, dot position, X is 100, Y is 50, and that's the position of the score, text element. And we have to do something similar for the players' lives. I'll just copy what we've done because it's a little bit similar. Lives, players' lives. And we don't have a player's lives variable. So we need to assign that at the, oh, it is here, player's live, but it didn't come up. I know it's spelled it incorrectly. Players' lives. So that will display the remaining players' lives for the game. Foreground color should be white, and the position is X UI screen dot main dot bounds dot width minus by 100 Y 50. And what that does on line 65, it just positions the player's lives label about 50 pixels away from the right, from the top right of the screen. And then we need to set the background color. Background color, which is dot black. So that's in the wrong position. We should also delete the padding, so the background color should be after line 69, background color dot black. It's not picking it up. That should be background should just be background. Background dot black, and this is the background for the actual view, for the whole view. Dot edges, ignore safe area. Dot all. Dot on appear. And then we call our start game method. And then the next thing we need to do is to add dot on tap gesture to enable the user to fire bullets when the user clicks on the screen. If can shoot, then shoot a bullet. So when the user taps on the screen, for each time when they tap on it, a bullet will be shot from the player spaceship. Can shoot equals false. The reason why we need to set it to false is to prevent rapid firing. Dispatch queue. Dot main. Dot async. After deadline, which is now. Plus 0.2. So after 0.2 seconds, then the user, they're able to shoot again, to fire from their spaceship. Self.canShoot equals true. Now let's run it to see if it works. Because now the game should be completed and it should be playable. So I'll just run it. As you can see, it's a playable game. We can destroy the enemy's spaceships, and for each bullet that the player fires, if it hits the enemy, you get a point for each one that's been destroyed. So if one of the enemy's bullets hits the spaceship, then the game is over after 3 attempts. So the player gets 3 lives. And then there's a little basic game over screen. Click on the button to restart the game. And as I said before, we could also add levels to this game. So when we complete the first level, this being the first level, then it gets harder and harder. So that's the game. Thank you for joining us. If you found this tutorial helpful, please comment, like and subscribe. See you next week.